Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we are going to be, once again, working on my 2004 Pontiac GTO, aka Gemma Rose. Now, over the past couple years of ownership of this thing, I have done a tremendous amount of work. A lot of it was backbreaking labor that thankfully I was able to sub out to my buddies with a little bit of persuasion. But some other stuff I have to handle on my own. And most of the time, they're not fun to do. But today, we will be doing one of the simplest, quickest, and probably cheapest mods that you can do to a car. For those who remember, a couple months ago, I teamed up with Auxito, and they sent me out some awesome LED bulbs for the low, main beams for the headlights, as well as the fog lights. Now, at the time, I was just putting this front end back together, and I actually had just refreshened a nice set of fog lights and headlights, so the LEDs perfectly complemented these fresh housings. So like I said, that was a couple months ago I had them on the car. I have had zero issues, and I honestly love them. Every time I go to work, I always throw the main beams on as well as the fog lights. They help with visibility, obviously, but personally, I think they look really cool too. So with the front end being spiced up, now we have received some goodies to spice up the tail end of this bad boy. And this project wouldn't be possible without the awesome people over at Auxito. So they sent me out 3 sets of bulbs. I will link all 3 of these down in the description below. So if any of you GTO fellas or fellettes would like to follow this video and do the same bulbs that I'm doing, I'll put them down below for you. So for those who don't know, Auxito is a kick-ass LED light bulb company. They basically make bulbs for just about anything. I'd like to say one of the most enjoyable things about these bulbs is the fact that they go right in like a factory one, and you don't have to do any weird stuff to make them fit. And aside from them being very simple to install, they are really bright. Now, they're not bright enough that you're gonna have people flashing their high beams at you, because you're ignorant on the road, but they are bright enough that you can see a lot better at night. And a cool thing about them too is they have very fast heat dissipation, so they're able to shake that heat a lot quicker than a normal bulb. I'm sure some of you guys have probably tried to change an old school bulb while they're hot. It is not fun. These things stay way cooler. So before I show you guys how easy it is to swap in these Auxito LED bulbs, I figure we'll run through the lights currently and we'll see how they look. So, of course, first things first, get that really stiff trunk open. That shouldn't be like that, but I'm just gonna ignore that for now. So anyways, GTOs are very easy to pull the taillights out of. They basically just have 2 Phillips head screws here, and I think there's supposed to be some supports over here. This side isn't. The other side's pretty bad, but they flop around a little bit. So you have 2 Phillips head screws here, and then you just kind of gotta pull this out-ish. There's one. And there's 2. So with our 2 screws out, now we can gently pop the whole taillight housing out. So obviously this process is pretty straightforward and kind of self-explanatory. We'll move on to our reverse lights, or our backup lights. Okay, so there we got a clear bulb. After fiddling with this for about 5 minutes, I figured out that you push down, you twist, you pop them out. So that's how you do it on a GTO. Little comparison between our new and our old. You can tell this bad boy is going to be bright. Everybody's going to know I'm backing up. So same deal, push it in, twist, boom, we're locked in. Now we'll try to get the socket. There we go, back in its housing. Pop it out. So orange, obviously, is our turn signal. So here's a little comparison from our new bulb and our old bulb. Funny enough, while I was moving this around, this just kind of popped out. So I'm probably going to have to wrestle with the socket going back into the housing. But Push in and out. Here's a little comparison of our new versus our old. And very simply, just like the other ones, push in, twist, and now we have LED bulbs in the back of this thing. So let's put it back together, see how it looks. So now let's take a look of what the new lights look like versus the old ones. I really like that you get a little sneak peek. You can tell we got some bright bulbs back there. So let's see how they look. Alrighty, moment of truth, let's see. All right, you guys actually got to see them before I did. Oh my, those are much brighter. Well, looking at it, I wish I asked them for some tag lights. I totally forgot about those. But wow, look at the difference just in the running light. Whew. Oh my God, I'm blind. Oh, wow. All right, that's gnarly. The proof is in the pudding. I can't even look at that. I'll tell you right now, everybody's gonna know when I'm backing up. So now that we know these things are the bee's knees, I am going to take care of the passenger side taillight, swap out all those bulbs just like we did on the driver's side, and this thing is going to be a million times better. So now between our super bright low beam and fog light combo up front, mixed with our killer bright lights out back, I am beyond stoked. I have a feeling that my face is very well lit up right now from these reverse lights because they are bright. But big shout out to the awesome people over at Auxito. I really, truly do appreciate the chance to be able to test out products like this and be able to basically make an install and a review video for you guys, be able to get all of you guys a discount as well. And I just, you know, this is a great product. Obviously, I wouldn't be trying to promote you guys anything that I personally do not like. You can't beat these. Like, there's nothing negative that you can say about this. Just look at them. So once again, big shout out to the awesome people over at Auxito. This video would not have been possible without them. And aside from these just looking crystal clear and looking super nice, I really do enjoy the safety factor of them. People are gonna be able to see me a lot better at night now, especially if there's poor conditions outside. And here on the East Coast, we've been having a lot of weird weather lately, so these are certainly gonna come in clutch. If you guys wanna check out any of Auxito's products, I will link their website down below. And also, down in the description is a discount code. If you guys use it, I get a small kickback, which obviously goes right back into the channel, so I'm able to continue building these cars. But you also get a pretty hefty discount as well. So certainly worth looking into if you guys have any interest in these beautiful Auxito LED bulbs. And once again, they're not just for GTOs, they make them for all shapes, colors, sizes, anything you can think of, they make them. They also do have some other products as well that I may have to try out at some point. But as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Again, if you guys are interested, a link will be down in the description below. You guys can check out some products as well as that discount code. But as I always say, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I know the quality of this little segment right here is not good at all, but we're looking in the mirror. I'm currently not in reverse, I'm in neutral. Look at that. Look at how light up my grass, dude. That's just the reverse bulbs. That is insane. And now that we're closer to my little curb, look at that, dude. Look how bright that is. You know how locked in I am, guys? I am so locked in because I can see everything. I can see the world back there. Let's put them on. Let's put them off. Look at that. It's basically another headlight, but in the tail light.